Hey Taylor, do you have a second? Last week I had an interaction with another student and it made me feel uncomfortable. The student made some remarks about an ethnicity that were inflammatory, and I was wondering if you would be able to help me find support.
I'm sorry to hear that this has happened. If you're open to it, I'm happy to show you Fresno Pacific's new online reporting system.
Yeah, I would really like that. How can I go about reporting?
Fresno Pacific University's bias incident reporting system can be found here. The form was made for students, staff, and faculty to report incidents of discrimination, bias, bigotry, or hate that occur on our campus or in off-campus settings that impact FPU. You can also use this form to report harassment or sexual harassment.
What happens if I don't want to include my name in the report?
You're able to submit reports anonymously or with your name. If you choose to submit a report anonymously, it may impact FPU's ability to fully respond to your concerns, so I would encourage you to fill out as much information as possible. If you would like for someone to follow up with you, you should provide your contact information. Otherwise, just write anonymous in the name field if you wish to remain so. We will make every effort to respect your privacy, but in certain circumstances involving safety or criminal behavior, we may not be able to guarantee that you can remain anonymous.
The bias incident reporting system was created to collect reports on discrimination, harassment, sex-based misconduct bias incidents, and hate crimes.
A hate crime is a criminal offense against an individual, a group of people, or property motivated, in whole or in part by an offender's bias against a disability, ethnicity, gender identity, race, religion, or sexual orientation. A bias incident, on the other hand, is non-criminal conduct, speech, or expression motivated, in whole or in part, by bias or prejudice against a group of people because of their real or perceived characteristics.
We understand that the exchange of ideas and free expressions of multiple viewpoints is essential for our community. Ideas, perspectives, and conduct that some find offensive, insulting, controversial, or inflammatory may not necessarily rise to the level of bias-related incidents or hate crimes. Our commitment to openness and free expression, however, does not protect harassment, expression of bias, or hate-based behavior towards social identity.
If you feel that you have been a victim or you want to report on behalf of a victim regarding any of these types of incidents, please fill out a report by going to the link.
Fill out as much of the information as possible.
This form will be reviewed by administrators who are responsible for following up on any reports. Members from the Bias Incident Advisory Team may also follow up to provide care and support for the individuals or group involved. If you leave your name, the responsible administrator or their designee will follow up on the report as appropriate. This will include identifying supportive measures that may be needed to help you or the person who was offended. Supportive measures could be things like help reporting to the police, modifying class or work schedules, changing housing, no contact orders, and counseling. FPU wants everyone to be a successful student, free from harassment, discrimination, bias, or hate that can be hurtful and destructive. If you want to talk to a confidential resource to sort out your thoughts before deciding what to do, you can do so by contacting the campus chaplain, Brian Davis, or talk to someone at the on-site counseling center. The campus chaplain or on-site counselors are not required to report what you say to a responsible administrator. All other employees, including student employees, are required to report incidents of discrimination, harassment, and sexual harassment to a responsible administrator. Filling out this form does not automatically initiate a formal complaint or a formal investigation. However, additional information may be needed for the responsible administrator to respond, so you might be contacted.
We want to make sure that the impacted individual or group gets the appropriate resources that they need, so please fill out a report if you feel you have experienced a situation that warrants it.
One last thing you should know is that the bias incident reporting form is not for 911 or emergency service. Do not use this form to report events that present an immediate threat. If you require emergency assistance, please call Campus Safety at 559-453-2298. If students have any questions on this form, they can contact the following people.